Of one split peaceful city called Owerri, the capital of Imo State, Nigeria, shadows were moving long before anyone saw them. It was the mid-1990s, a time when hope and hardship walked side by side. The city streets buzzed with traders, taxi horns, and the smell of roasted corn in the evening air. But beneath that normal life, something dark was watching. They called it Otokoto, a small but flashy hotel in Owerri. It wasn't the biggest or the best, but it had a strange reputation. People whispered that money flowed there like water, and no one asked where it came from. On a quiet afternoon in September 1996, a young boy named Ikechukwu Uwa, just 11 years old, left home carrying a tray of bananas. He often sold fruit near the Otokoto Hotel. He was polite, cheerful, and known by the locals. But that day, Ikechukwu never came home. Hours turned into night. His mother searched the streets, calling his name through the rain. Ikechukwu! But there was no answer. The next morning, a taxi driver noticed something strange. A man stepped into his cab holding a black nylon bag that dripped faintly onto the floor. The man's name was Isuchu Uzili, and he was an employee of the Otokoto Hotel. As the car drove through Owerri, the driver's eyes caught something glistening from the bag. It looked like hair, human hair. Panicked, the driver pulled over and alerted nearby soldiers at a checkpoint. When the bag was opened, what they saw silenced the city. Inside was the head of a child. Within hours, word spread like wildfire through Owerri. Crowds gathered, angry, heartbroken, terrified. For years, people had whispered about missing children and strange wealth. But this was proof. Police raided the Otokoto Hotel immediately. Inside one of the rooms, they found horrifying evidence. Charms, candles, fresh bloodstains, and ritual objects. It was the kind of scene no one could ever forget. The hotel owner, Vincent Dunyaku, was arrested, along with his son Isucha and several staff members. Soon after, the investigation began to uncover something deeper. A network of businessmen, politicians, and spiritualists tied to ritual killings. For the people of Owerri, the discovery shattered their trust in everything. Men they once respected, rich men, powerful men, were suddenly being named as suspects. In a single day, the Otokoto Hotel became a symbol of evil. Parents pulled their children off the streets, markets closed early, and for the first time, people began to ask, how many more Ikechukwus had disappeared before this? The police claimed they were closing in on the truth, but behind the scenes, fear was spreading through the ranks. Witnesses were scared. Evidence was disappearing. It wasn't just about one murder anymore. It was about something that reached far into the corridors of wealth and power. Journalists who tried to dig deeper faced threats. One reporter wrote, "In Owerri, money and blood share the same road." The city had become a ghost of itself. But as the investigation continued, the people's anger exploded. Crowds gathered outside the Otokoto Hotel, chanting for justice. And one night, that anger turned to chaos. The mob set fire to the hotel. Flames rose high into the sky as people screamed the boy's name, Ikechukwu, demanding that the killers pay. By morning, Owerri was in ruins. The ashes of the Otokoto Hotel lay smoking, and beneath them, secrets were burning. But the story was far from over, because what investigators found next would change everything. To be continued in Part 2.